Good morning, my dear students. I hope you all are fine. In previous class, we have discussed about various types of joints that is found in human body. And in previous class, I have drawn the diagram of two joints, namely fixed joints and ball and socket joint, along with their definition and where these joints can be found in our body. Now, today the remaining joints we have learned the pivot joint, then hinge joint, and another is gliding joint. These three joints we will learn. Okay, so let's start the other three joints that is already in your book. Okay. So today we will start from pivotal joint. Okay, this can be pivotal joint. Now you know pivotal joints are those joints that allows movement in many plane. Okay, just like skull makes joints with first two vertebrae of our spine. As I have told you that skull and spine, these are the central part of our skeleton, and these are comes under axial skeleton. No, and skull and vertebral column is just when they are joined with the first two vertebra, the joining between first two vertebra and skull, having such a joint called pivotal joint, so that we can easily move our neck here and there. Okay, so this is such a type of pivotal joint. I'm trying to draw the picture of this pivotal joint. As you know, these are cranium. So many bones are connected to form a cranium, and from this structure there are some small bones which makes spine, and the joints between the first two vertebra, first and second. Okay, this is the joint between the joint between first two vertebra, that is an example of pivotal joint. Okay, that is an example of pivotal joint. Now in your book you can see page number 68, the joint where our neck joins the head is a pivotal joint. It allows us to bend our head forward and backward and turn the head to our right and left. Okay, now you can try these movements. And how are these movements different from those our arm that can rotate a complete circle? It's balls and sockets joint. In a pivotal joint, cylindrical bone rotates in a ring. Okay, so this is such a type of joint called pivotal joint or pivot joint. Okay, so here we have learned about pivotal joints. Next comes to hinge joint. Hinge joints. Okay, so here we can write also that pivotal joints allow movements in many plane. And this is an example. Okay, so here we have seen what is pivotal joint and where it is found. Next comes to hinge joints. Okay, hinge joints. what is hinge joints? Hinge joints are such joints that allow movement only in one direction. Okay, hinge joints are such joints that allow movement only in one direction. Okay, so this type of joints are called hinge joints. So you can write allow movement in one direction. Understood? Now, hinge joint, where it can be found? Just like our elbow, then knee, the joint of knee, elbow joint. These are example of hinge joint. From your book, page number 69, figure 8.6, you can easily see hinge joints of a knee. If you are in a sitting position, then your thigh bone must looks like this, and there are two bones that's joining to the knee. Okay, so this joint is known as hinge joint. Okay, here you have seen the figure. Okay, now from your book there is also an activity 3. Before activity 3, hinge joints, it has been written that open and close a door a few minutes. Observe the hinges of the door carefully. They allow the door to move back and forth. Okay, now this is such type of movement, back and forth. Now activity 3, let us look at the kind of movement allowed by a hinge. Make a cylinder with cardboard or thick chart paper as shown in figure 8.5. 8.5 figure you can see in the below portion, left hand side, and attach the small pencil to the cylinder by piercing the cylinder at the center as shown, and make a hollow half cylinder from cardboard such that the rolled up cylinder can fit inside it easily, and the hollow half cylinder with the rolled up cylinder sitting inside it allows the movement like a hinge. So there in this experiment the movement of hinge joint is being described. Okay, try to move the rolled up cylinder. How does it move? How is this movement different from what we saw with our constructed ball and socket joint? We saw this kind of movement at the elbow in activity 1 that we have seen. Now what we have constructed in 8.5 figure, that is different from hinge of course, but it illustrates the direction in which a hinge allows movement. The elbow has a hinge joint that allows only back and forth movement. And can you think more example of such joints? Knee joints. Okay, these are examples of hinge joints that we have learned. Now comes to another types of joints that is not in your book, that is gliding joint in your wrist. Just whenever you have to move your wrist like clockwise and anti-clockwise, such movement is known as gliding joints. Here small bones are present in our wrist, and they are gliding each other and sliding each other, and such movements makes just clockwise movements, then anti-clockwise movements. Okay, such type of joints is known as gliding joints. Okay, that allows a limited amount of movement. Okay, joints of backbone also. Backbone, we can bend our backbone, okay, up to a limit. No, as our backbone is made of 33 small bone called vertebrae, you know, and we can bend our backbone in a limit, okay, up to which it can be bent. So it is such a movement called gliding movement. Understood? So I hope you understood this class. If you have any problem, you can ask me, and in the next class I will tell the remaining portion of this chapter. Okay students, that's all. Thank you, have a nice day, and wish you a very happy Christmas in advance. Goodbye students.